Theme songs. I don't know about you guys, but I love me a good theme song. And I feel like the 90s just did it so well. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about my top 10 favorite 90s theme songs. So this was actually a very difficult list for me to make. It's just, when it comes to music, you can ask me what my favorite song is, and depending on the day, I'll have totally different answers. So if you ask me what my favorite theme songs are in like a week, odds are they might be a little bit different, but as the time of recording this video, this is what they are. Now, this is going to be a mix of cartoons and live action, so if you want to see me do lists separating them, I can totally do that. Let me know down below. Also, these are very subjective. You might agree or you might disagree, and that's okay. If you don't agree with my choices, just let me know what your top 10 theme songs are going to be down below. Also, I cannot play any of the music because copyright reasons. I've made videos like this in the past, and honestly, they just get taken down super fast. So if you want to hear them, links down in the description. Yeah, so let's go ahead. Let's start. Coming in at number 10, we have X-Men, the animated series. This theme song, by the way, I'm only talking about the song itself, not the actual intro, which, I mean, definitely can tie into it, but I'm just strictly talking music. The theme song for this show is so epic, and it matches the whole entire show. Like, it fits it very well. When you think of comic books, this is the type of music that you would probably think of, or something similar to it, and they captured that whole comic essence and epicness of the show in a whopping 30-second song, which I know they also used that theme song for X-Men 97, which I haven't seen yet. I heard it's really good, but I haven't gotten around to seeing it. But yeah, this theme song, classic. It's very synonymous with 90s, especially 90s cartoons. So if I ever do a 90s cartoon theme song, top 10, whatever tiered list, this is gonna rank very, very high. Coming in at number 9 might be somewhat controversial, because it might be like, oh, there's way better theme songs than that. Why is that in your top 10? Because I like it right now. And that's going to be the theme song for Beverly Hills 90210. This is one of those songs, again, it kind of captures the essence and the time period of when the show came out. Like, I can just kind of, if I listen to it, I can kind of picture like a couple teens in the 90s, early 90s, just in a fancy Mercedes convertible, riding down the road in Beverly Hills, and this music is playing. It's very, what's the best way to put it? It definitely captures that time frame and what they're going for with that show. Completely right. Like I said, I can imagine like teens in the 90s in Beverly Hills. I was nowhere close to that level of status in my life, so, but just imagining that and just picturing it, that's what this theme song sounds like. And it's very rock heavy. Not like heavy rock or like a metal, but it has this really nice like electric guitar part that's just in it throughout the whole entire theme song, which I appreciate as someone who's been drumming for like 20 years, and I also just started learning how to play guitar like a week and a half ago. I can definitely appreciate that. So it's definitely a very good theme song. Coming in at number 8 is actually a show I kind of refused to watch as a kid because the theme song scared me, and that's X-Files. If you've never seen X-Files, it's this government agency that consists of like 2 people. They go around and they just investigate weird things like ghosts and like aliens and just like Bigfoot, stuff like that. Jersey Devil, underrated, just saying, it's kind of underrated. But they do have an episode based off of that as well. And the theme song just captures that weirdness and just that creepiness of the show. Again, the theme song still kind of creeps me out. Like, when I actually started watching X-Files, probably like 6 years ago. Yeah, I don't know, 2017, 2018-ish. because like I never really watched it. I heard the theme song, it was like, oh, this is creepy. Then I started watching the show. It fits it perfectly. Again, it's catchy. It's like electronic-y. It reminds me of Aliens, which is, I think, kind of the point. There's also really weird, like, I don't want to say dubstep, a really weird electronic house remix of it. But yeah, it's really good. It's very, now it's definitely very popular. But even back then, like, it was popular enough for people to remix it. So that's gonna be number 8, X-Files. Coming in at number 7, we have a Disney after-school cartoon. And that's Darkwing Duck. If you've never seen Darkwing Duck, he's a crime-fighting duck superhero thing, and it kind of crosses over with DuckTales, which is actually kind of cool. DuckTales is not on this list. Either is Chip or Dale, because technically they came out in the 80s. Just throwing that out there. But this kind of has like this funky hip-hop rap type beat to it, and then kind of is like a little power ballad-ish. Kind of like Chip and Dale and kind of like DuckTales. It's a very similar vibe after like a couple seconds, but it's very good. It captures just like the 90s, the innocence of 90s superhero animals, I guess. But it's really good. I like it. Super catchy. Coming in at number 6, I think you guys are going to be very surprised that it's only at number 6. And that's going to be Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. This is definitely like a metal intro, like a late 80s, early 90s hair metal band. Like, it sounds like something like that, like instrumental-wise, even vocal-wise. It kind of has that very similar vibe to it. Crazy guitar solo, the drumming's really good, bass work, the synth work is really good. It's fucking epic. Like, it's epic. Like, it's really good. For a kid's show, it has it shouldn't be that good. It shouldn't, but it is. It's just that good. Again, if you haven't heard it, definitely check it out. I think it's the better iteration of the Power Rangers and Saban Entertainment, like theme songs. Like, you have Beetleborgs, which kind of has a similar vibe, but it's not as good as Power Rangers. Again, if I was just doing like kid shows, this would be like number 1 and number 2, honestly. But there's just some, at least at the moment, that I find just slightly better. Coming in at number 5 is actually a show I'm not the biggest fan of, and that's Friends. This theme song, it just makes you want to, it just... That's part of the theme song if you've never listened to it. Yeah, it's just super catchy. Like, even if I didn't know it was related to Friends or the theme song for Friends, if I heard it on the radio, I'd be like, damn, this is a good song. Like, this is good, like, pop rock alt song from the 90s. I just like it. I don't know. It's catchy. It's one of those that I'm like, alright, I could vibe out to this. And honestly, I have a couple times in my car. I'm just like, you know what? I don't like Friends, but I like the theme song. I kind of want to listen to it. Coming in at number 4, we have our first Nickelodeon cartoon theme song. And that's Doug. Out of all the 90s ones, there's just something about the Doug theme song that's super nostalgic for me. It starts off kind of a cappella-ish. It's not a cappella-ish. It is a cappella. Then it has just that really good, just guitar in it. Like, that's something I noticed. A lot of the theme songs from the 90s have like a really good like guitar solo or guitar part in it. And this is no exception. Again, for a cartoon, one of Nickelodeon's first cartoons, it's really, really good. And as soon as you hear it, you're just like, oh, okay. Again, it's kind of funky, it's very groovy, and it just has a lot going on. And it fits so well. Coming in at number 3, we have another Nickelodeon theme song. And this is a show that, honestly, I didn't really watch a lot as a kid. And that's Adventures of Pete and Pete. This theme song, Hey Sandy by Polaris, I've listened to so many times in the last, 2 years. It's becoming one of my favorite songs in general. It's just that good. It just has this vibe to it. It's nostalgic, even though I'm not nostalgic for it. Like, I heard it a couple times, obviously, back in the day, back when I was a kid. But I wasn't the biggest fan of Pete and Pete. I feel like over the last, like, 10, maybe 15 years, it's definitely gained a lot more popularity. Or maybe it was really popular back then, but me and my friends never really watched it. Or at least it just wasn't that big in my house. But the theme song, I love it. Like, honestly, I love it. It's just a great song in general. And it's, I don't know, I don't get chills often when I listen to music, or like, those tingles, like the ASMR tingles. But I get that listening to this song. It's just that good. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but I just love it that much. Coming in at number 2, I'm sure you guys probably saw this coming. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It's classic. If you listen to my end credit music, it's a play off of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, so it's like I kind of had to include it. It's just so good. Like, lately, I haven't been the biggest fan of Will Smith and the way he conducts himself, but like his earlier stuff, this, super good. Obviously, Men in Black, all that stuff is good. But Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, honestly, it's one of those shows that I could just put on, I just watch, I could binge watch it, which I have a lot. But it's really good. It's hip-hop, it's catchy, but the overall theme song itself matches what the show is. It matches Will, it matches his character, especially in the show. It fits. It fits. Now, it's time for some honorable mentions. Bill Nye, the Science Guy. Magic School Bus. Family Matters. Goosebumps. Full House. Drumroll, please. I'm sure you guys already saw this coming. It's Pokemon. This is the anthem of almost every 90s kid. If you're into Pokemon, or if you played any of the games, watched the cartoon, this is like your anthem. But this theme song is epic. It is epic. It's so good. It's really good. It's probably one of the most iconic 90s cartoon theme songs out there. I know some of you guys are going to be like, hey, Dragon Ball Z is not on this list. Technically, it didn't come out in the 90s. I mean, it did here, but in like Japan, it was out in the 80s. Can't really count it. Maybe I could. I don't know. But the Pokemon theme song, honestly, it's epic. Epic. Don't forget, Smosh did it. I'm pretty sure it's taken down, but that was like the first viral video, was them lip-syncing Pokemon. The Pokemon theme song, you play it, any 90s kid is probably going to sing along to it. It's that good. It's that good. Well, that's going to be my top 10 90s theme song list. Again, if you ask me in a week, it's probably going to be different. So if you're like, hey, this isn't that good, like, honestly, I probably could have put Hey Arnold instead of Doug, or instead of Friends. It's going to change. It's changing right now. So, again, if you don't agree with my list, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay rad. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.